See, the angle of money, I remember even the people saying the Bethany and Dylan parents paid the debt and they still came and killed them. You see, all that stuff and the drugs flushed to the toilet, all that. We already have talked about all that, and it always ends in nowhere. Like, again, when you go back to the totality since day one information, because I don't know if you're fully aware. Everybody's missing out that Jack DeCoe was the suspect number one, and the investigation stopped nowhere as soon as they brought the name Bryan Kohberger out. Like, do you fully aware of that?
I think Kiely's ex-boyfriend, I think they tried to set his ass up to come to that house so they could blame him. I do believe that.
So? You think so?
Yeah, I do.
So you don't think, okay. So do you know anything far as like their troubles and issues as a couple, that it got to a point that it got violent? Like, do you have heard anything about that?
No, I haven't. And it might have, but I just don't think he would. I'm not saying he's a pussy or a wuss, but I kind of am, I guess. I don't think he would still be. I think he would have lost his mind if he would have done that. I think he's a preppy boy. I just don't think he. Okay. I think he's more. Right? I'm not saying he's stupid, but I think he's naive about a lot of things. But I think that he may have known that they were supposed. I can't figure out whether it was supposed to be a shakedown that went wrong, and those people got mad. For whatever reason, more mad, and worse stuff happened. I think all four of them were a target for one reason or another.
All right.
But I mean, I can't, but I think it's two different crimes too. Like, I think it's the one upstairs is different from the one with Xana and Ethan, which I can't figure out. I can't explain why. I mean, well, clearly why, but yeah, they had to, okay, if Ethan died on that bed, they didn't die over no Adderall, y'all. I mean, that's just not, that's not it. But
what would you think, Trisha? You are very spiritual, right? And you're a parent too, right?
Yeah.
So we all parents here, right? So we could all agree that, let's say, for example, everybody floods the Moscow PD tip line with nothing but Jack DeCoe and friends tips. And Jack DeCoe was the suspect number one since day one. And day two, Olivia Goncalves was already bowing for him, like, oh, we believe 1,000% that he didn't do it. Everybody needs to stop the gossiping and whatnot.
He didn't have any marks on him, you know.
Like, that doesn't give you the heebie-jeebies? No, and who said that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does, but the reason it didn't is because
Goncalves by now, Trisha? Do you honestly believe anything that Goncalves tell you?
Well, no, but I could see Jack D. Like, I could see him, and like even when I watched the body cam, I think he may know something. I don't think he knew exactly what was going to happen. I think he knows a little bit, just like all of them knew a little bit here and there. I think he had told Kiely and Maddie to be quiet about whatever the hell they were talking about in public. But I don't think that he.
Do you know that what the Goncalves said, that they brought Jack DeCoe to their house to do a butt naked to check him out?
They didn't bring him. He went to their house.
It was never confirmed by the cops, never confirmed by the DA. This is interfering with the investigation just in low basis. And also, because remember, he was the suspect number one.
Yeah, which they were going to make him suspect number one, because that's what they always do. The ex-spouse or whatever is usually, and he was close. So
that was never either confirmed or denied by the prosecution. So, and then when the mom came out of nowhere saying like, oh no, he didn't came in like right away. He came in like a week after. That literally, she said that on the Drunk Turkey show.
Oh yeah, they changed all kind of shit.
She contradicted like that whole story that he didn't have no marks on him, and the only people that couldn't know that it was the cops, because they check him out right away. You know what I mean? And that's all on the seal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't hold that against Jack. I hold that against Kiely and his parents because they did that on a lot of crap. Just like they said they saw Kiely and Maddie walking the dog outside. They didn't see that shit. I don't know why they said that shit. I have no idea why. This shit. I mean, in my mind, they got to be threatened too. Their other kids are threatened. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just losing their mind. I don't know.
Trisha, how can we have Brett Payne saying that he saw the car doing a 3-point turn in front of the yard of the 1122 when there's no camera to confirm that?
Well, we know Brett Payne's a damn liar because he also
get him, Trisha. Get him, Trisha. Get him.
He also works for the college now. If y'all look at where these people are now,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Also, I do also think that they threw that man in a. And see, even the cop that went in, y'all, that cop that went in, I didn't realize he was 24 years old. The first cop, Nunez or whatever his name is.
The one that ran upstairs. The one that ran upstairs.
The one that kept on saying fuck. He kept on saying fuck. And I believe he was literally, it fucked him up. I believe that because that man was like, oh, what the hell?
It has to be traumatic, though. It has to be.
And he's only 24 years old. And where he messed up at, I don't think it was on purpose. I think that he was that fucking traumatized and nobody was there backing him up. And he was trying to figure out what the fuck to do because he didn't know. And that man, you could clearly see on that body cam, that man needed help because he was like, what?
Is that, you see, remember, this has not happened in that area for years and years. Like, you're not expecting get a call of youngins.
He thought it was an unconscious purpose. He thought he was going into like even an overdose if they weren't breathing. But what he walked into was slaughter. And you can hear it in the man's voice. Like he was
breathing hard.
Didn't know what to do. And I don't think he had enough backup, like, because he was trying to tell these people, just like they're giving him a hard time about the knife with Hunter. He had so much going on. I understand he should have. He also should have had backup doing that too, because he was so just like, what the fuck? And they didn't even know. I know, but they were not in that situation. Him being that young, he probably hadn't been on the force that long. And somebody should have said, okay, we need to, because he's telling the other guy, I can't remember who it was, he's trying to tell him, and you can hear him stuttering, just saying, it's just bad, it's bad. At that point, they just didn't have urgency to me. You know what I mean? He's like, it's bad. And they're just like, oh, well, I don't think it was right the way they did that man.
Trisha, you have studied this case like more than a lot of people that I know. And what's your heart or heart? Like, let's put the BS to the side, right? Because we always sometimes like to just jibby-jab it. But what's your heart in this case? Like what you think is the closest possibility due to the information that not just from the court or whatever you have studied. I would love to know your take on this.
I have no idea to tell y'all what happened. I can speculate, but I can tell you how we can find out. Dylan Mortensen and Quinn Kelly. And I have chills when I say that. If we're ever going to know what happened, and when Cy Ray's book comes out, y'all will see. That's how we're going to know, because they know. I think they had cleaned up. That knife sheath, we know, was placed. It was brand new. Looked like they know. They know. I'm still on the fence with Bethany, because I think she was kind of didn't know everything was going on. I think she was trying to get answers from Dylan, and Dylan was appeasing her. You know what I mean? Trying to keep her from knowing exactly. I think Bethany was, and then she was threatened. You know what I mean? Like, well, now you've seen them. Now you know you can't, because she's not come back to Moscow, period. That girl won't come to Idaho.
Trisha, just think about it. They're so young and going through such a situation like this. Like,
yes.
You see, like, in the only way you wouldn't be worried about dying yourself is if you are in it and part of the whole scheme.
That's right. Because see, Bethany's impact statement, even though it was written, she described Kiely. If y'all listen to the difference in her and Dylan's, she told where she slept in her parents' bed for 3 months. Dylan said she was traumatized. She didn't go into that much detail. Bethany literally described how her parents had to check her under her bed. That's why I believe Bethany, the traumatized, more than I believe Dylan. I hate to say it, and if I'm wrong, I'll say it. I'll apologize, but
But do you remember that conversation from a alleged friend of her that I think, if I'm not mistaken, Lana was talking about it? The she was listening to a video of a close